Alrighty then, folks. Hello there, and welcome back to some more exciting Igloos 5. This time we're sticking a Begro onto a mobile armor chassis, calling it a day, even though those completely counteract each other. So I've done some training and some changes, not enough to warrant a interlude video. Trained all these guys a little bit. I switched him over to the green one, or the blue one, because, you know, why not? I think we got him to level 2 before, or was it level 3? Yeah, it was level 3. Yeah, it was like a quick evolve. I still haven't got the Regel yet. I took away his high-speed Gelgoog and gave him the high mobility Zakutu. Exclusively just because I wanted to play with it and see if he had a cool animation. Not a really big deal there. The standard Zakutu, he also has one, but from what I can tell, everything's exactly the same, so... Oh, well, actually, the giant bazooka on the high mobility does more damage. That was the only real difference. That's why we're going with this one. But yeah, we've gotten this. It's one of the Advance of Zeta stuff, but I haven't got to that volume yet, so I don't know about it. And besides that, I grabbed his, the Hiraru, or whatever it was called. Whoops, that's the wrong button. This thing, I upgraded that into the Fiver, and I gave it to her. I put aside the Deep Striker, or, yeah, it was Deep Striker? Yeah, I put away the EXS and gave her one of those, and then I gave him the Pale Rider, because I hadn't used one of those before. I had unlocked it a while ago, but I hadn't used it. And it's another one of those, like, it has a ground form, it has a space form. Game bitches at you if you have it in ground form when you try to go into space, or if you have it in space and try to go on the ground. I also gave Ford and Christina places, though I might set Christina aside because apparently her song when she attacks people is copyright, which is kind of bullshit, but whatever. Ford, from what I can tell, is alright though, because I played all the way through Thoroughbred and never got in trouble, so should be fine. Oh, and we still have her in possession of the gun cannon, because she has this ability called Damage Control, where if we have our ace use it, every attack we do can only, will leave them with 10 HP left, like just 10, so anyone can get the kill. It's really useful for those missions where, like, you have to kill X person with a certain person. Like, when we were fighting Big Zom, like, we had to have Amuro kill Big Zom with the Beam Saber. Well, we could use that onto him, get him down to 10 HP, and then have Amuro kill him, and it works. So yeah, we'll give her an Alex or something eventually. I mean, like, we could switch them right now, but this isn't worth it. Plus, you know, we're gonna be using her eventually in the Alex anyway, so I'm not gonna worry about it. And I haven't figured out anything to do with this one yet. Like, it doesn't trade for anything I'd want. Well, I have these. The only thing I don't have is Gaza C, and I'll get that eventually. But anyway, let us begin with our Igloo things. So, just for the record, like, I had assumed there were 6 stages on this because there's 6 episodes, but they skipped one of them. I don't know which one they skipped. I think they skipped episode 4. But it might have been episode 5. I don't remember. But chronologically, I think it was 4. It's been a while, but there's 3 missions for this one, which would be... Yeah, I still haven't got that, and I can't figure out a time where it would work, except for on that Zuda stage, and it's just too hard to do it on that one. But to get student soldier mobilization, we have to have Irwin defeat 3 or more enemy units. Not that hard. He's Monique Cadillac, the red-haired girl's brother. He pilots an Ogo, I think? I think he has an Ogo with a bazooka mounted on it. Anyway, we just have to get him the kills, and I think he's the leader of the group, so we just have to chain together attacks or something. We have to complete it to unlock von Cuspin. Yeah, that's not hard. And we have to get the Jotunheim to its target within 3 turns. Somebody told me that this is bugged, and even if you get there on time, you can't get it. So we'll just have to see, but I think we can. With how powerful we are, I don't imagine anything they can throw us will really affect us. But here's to hoping. Oh, I also threw sealant launchers on the mobile armors, so they can capture stuff within 5 spaces away. It's not really important, but it's useful when you're capturing tons and tons of saberfishes. So Solomon fell 4 days ago. Or not, you know that. Well, one of them is 3,000 miles closer. Or 30,000 miles. It's 30,000 miles closer, so... You know... I wonder which one they're gonna attack. Plus, to be fair, the built-in defenses on Granada were actually stronger than A Baoa Qu, but that's because they had ground to build on, versus A Baoa Qu where you had like a set amount of space to do everything. Oh, and it's Shock again. Shocked. Okko. You guys have already developed it. It's called a tin can with a machine gun mounted on it. It's kind of like the ball, just stupider. That's cool. You stuck guns onto tin cans. Congratulations. I still don't know why they didn't just mount missiles onto these things and just like fly them at the enemy. You know, pilot guided missiles. It would have been more effective that way. And he has a point. What's the point in prototyping stages if you've already mass-produced them? You're not going to find any defects that you can fix. They're already built in. I mean, like, that's the point of prototyping. It's to make sure that it doesn't blow up when you, like, turn it on. Pilot-guided missiles. It's called kamikaze. They did it, like, 12,000 years ago. All evaluation units are being sent to the coastal waters of A Baoa Qu. What? The coastal waters. Like, I don't even know what the fuck that would be in Japanese. Like, Shokyo Umi? Like, the nearby oceans of A Baoa Qu? Like, I have no clue. And they capitalized if for some reason. But coastal waters? What? Yeah, side weapons. Totally wasn't just covering his own ass. Hey, look, all of the Musais in the Zeon Navy. All old class Musais too, not even like the mid class or late class. I prefer the late class personally, but I doubt those are in this game. Well, actually, they might be, but they'll probably be like the SEMA Fleet version, which are brown instead of green, because, you know, reasons. Like, I don't know why they would spend the time to repaint all of their ships. This is space. It's not like the paint scratches away or anything. Well, it does by micro-asteroids and stuff, but not noticeably. There'd just be, like, gouges in it or something. Small space where you hit so fast that it, like, scratches the hole because it was at a variable standstill before hitting it, but... Oh, it's that German guy. So from what I remember of when they were making Igloo, they like created the CG guy based off of an actual SS general. I can't remember who it was. The only one off the top of my head I can remember is Rommel, and I that doesn't look like Rommel at all. But like this guy's based off of an actual Nazi. It's also why his uniform's different and actually looks like an SS uniform. Yes, they have a bunch of child soldiers who they're gonna stick into Ogos. Yeah, the Principality's new elite. That's how far they fall in. Children who've barely been through the Officers Academy are now considered elite. Well, the Navy Academy. And my old nemesis returns. Just seeing it means I want to shoot it. Well, yeah, you guys don't have people anymore. Your population's so devoted, you're gonna have, like... If everyone at A Baoa Qu died, they would have, like, serious population issues in all of the Federation. For, like, a while. I think it was something like 60 years. Basically, there's so many, like... Zeon drafted so many of its male population that it had an overabundance of female population to the point where, like... Assuming a standard bottle, a lot of women would die without ever having kids. Of course, that doesn't really happen, so it's fine. Or, it's never set upon. Those Zeon recruited from both men and women, but this doesn't matter to the statistic. Because they generally didn't do equal. Oh, and Irwin. Now that's a reference. An almost 20-year-old reference now, but that's a reference. The only cartoon with a character named Irwin I can think of, personally. Well, you prefer, presumably. He's gone, you're not. Now you're gonna survive and eventually join the AEUG for some reason that I can never think of. But they'll join the AEUG and eventually settle down and live happy lives till Char decides to murder them for fun. Though they don't join Axis when they defect, so that's one thing. Though I don't think a lot of fleets in Garion Screen do. For a lot of people. I actually don't think anyone does on the AUG campaign. I know on Axis they do, or on the Zeon campaign they do. Oh hey, Julio, you survived that Zuda exploding. He's an impressive young man. He pilots his mobile bomb very, very well. Okay, so I think this is what we have to do, because I'm pretty sure something happens to him. You know, we had to, like, kill 3 people with him kind of thing. Just so you know, this is being recorded, so she's gonna hear everything you say. She also called them a nerd, so they're destined to be together. That's how all animes are. She probably called him an otaku. Would it be Tandan otaku? I think it'd be Tandan. I don't know. Oh, look, the solar array. Or somebody's trying to send them a message. But this is A Baoa Qu, so I figure. Yeah, I figured. 9:05 when the solar array hit the Federation fleet, killing both Revel and Degwin, and I think destroying 30% of it? Something like that. No, it's actually a colony from side, or one of the closed colonies, I think from side 2, converted into a giant laser. It'll eventually be taken to side 7 to be used by the Titans in the Grips conflict. And look, 2 Salamuses, and all we got are Ogos. We're fucked. Unless they let us use our guys, which we will destroy them within minutes. Oh look, 6 balls. Yeah, we're fucked. Though we need to get Irwin to kill people, so we'll like run in and beam rifle them or something. I know that does like 5,000 damage, so we should be able to get the kills pretty easily. Hell, we'll be able to do it in 1 turn probably. Or is it like the only pre-battle thing in this whole campaign? That might be a thing as well. But if it is, we'll have one of the Ogos go up, bazooka one, and then have the other Ogo follow and kill him. Because the bazooka should do about 6,000 damage. If it's anything like Zaku bazookas. Oh, yeah, it is. It's literally the only one. And we can't lose anyone, which... You know, they're standard balls, and they only have a 6 to 9, so... That'll do, what, about 4,000 damage, and we have 7,900, so... We should be fine. But they have a 6 to 9, which... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Or wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so we gotta... We'll probably have to dodge an attack or two, but it should be fine. Oh, and... We have the Zaku machine gun and the anti-ship rocket pod. They're supposed to have bazookas mounted to them, I think, but that works. I guess we only have the machine gun variants. Thought they had bazookas mounted on them. Well, that changes things up a bit. But yeah, they're quite literally tin cans with machine guns mounted on them. Hey, he didn't shoot back. Oh yeah, we're in like 4 spaces from him, right. I was like, wow, he didn't shoot back, you know. He totally could have. But he could not have. Okay, that voice does not sound like it at all. But we only have to get 3 kills, so... Yeah, you got 1 down. You took down a ball, mate. Like, I know I was joking about missiles, but, like, that was beyond expectation? Well... Huh. I wonder if we can do this. I'm just curious about something. Yeah, okay. So what I'm curious about is, we did just kill one of them with somebody else, but now we can do this. So if we go here and have him hit, and he misses, god damn it. Okay, so if we would have killed this guy, only this one would have been able to hit him. Because he's too far away to hit him. But now they can all 3 go peck at him, so he might die. Sweet. Alright, we're all good. I'll be mad later. That's fine, it still counts as a kill. Oh no. We need to do this first. Alright, we need to do this first. Which, these attacks are anti-large, but whatever. And you miss, goddammit. Alright. Okay, we gotta do here. Oh, it's because they're evading, right? Alright, did we get the challenge? We did! Woo! Yay, we got the challenge! That's a good thing, I think. Yeah, that wasn't too hard. It's that last ball! Even though we just, like, crushed them without getting touched. I would suggest against dying, being without food or water in a tub in space, because choking to death is a lot worse than, you know, dying in combat. Just saying. Plus, you know, with the people you're gonna get captured by, you'll probably survive. I don't think they would kill a prisoner. Though in that pass a lot of Xeon pilots. Or not Xeon pilots, but Xeon commanders. Oh god. Death flag raised. Suddenly Ogo explodes into flames. Mm-hmm. Oh, come on, y'all knew that was gonna happen. Child soldiers trying to help their country, yeah, they're gonna die. But oh no, without Ogos, what are we to do? We only have Zudas and Gelgook. Oh, look, a Guazine! Yeah, she's totally on board, though. So that might be Caecilia's Guazine, but it's not. Well, Caecilia's not on board. Caecilia's at A Baoa Qu right now. And the one you see escaping in the, like, 0083 thing, the one you see escaping is actually Girin's, which is, I think, the original Guazine, though that might have been the one that got destroyed in the atmosphere. But that's the original one, which also had Dozel's wife and his daughter on it. Caecilia's Guazine, I don't think we ever heard of after, you know, that one scene in Gundam. Like, I think it just disappeared or something. So, knowing this, probably joined the Dawes fleet. Or maybe it ran to Axis too. Who knows? And I believe 30% of Zeon's fleet was destroyed. But I probably mentioned that before, so it's not important. And E-Field, we are on the bottom left quadrant of A Baoa Qu. So I think A through F were the bottom, and then the Big Rang. Basically, it's a cruiser chassis mounted on a Igloo that the only Ogos, mind you, could dock up to and resupply on fuel and ammunition. That, of course, would last about 30 seconds because it would run itself dry pretty easily. Though it has a giant reactor, so it could probably jumpstart an Ogo pretty easily. Oh, look, a square! We have to get there in 3 turns, if you remember. Though, I imagine we're going to be fighting a bunch of GM commands, and let's be honest here, we're going to wipe the floor with them. We can save those warriors we allowed to die. Meh. I'm wondering where they stored it, to be honest. Like, you can't fit it in the Jotunheim. Like, that thing's bigger than it. We can't spare a Zuta pilot. I know he's being all smug, but you know, if you guys survive this and, you know, the Igloo doesn't, you're gonna get in trouble for putting an untrained pilot in like, a lot of money. Like, Igloos aren't cheap on themselves, and it has part of a cruiser chassis on it. That can't be cheap, and you guys are, like, starving for materials as it goes. You're gonna get your shit kicked in. Oh, look, we got Ogos and Sudas. Yeah, those are gonna help. Yeah, you're gonna die too, mate. I'm sorry about that, but with what you just said, you're not living long. Well, you should live long, because we basically have the firepower of the Federation fleet, but whatever. Yeah. So it looks like they have 6 balls, 9 GMs, 9 GM commands, 2 Salamuses, with nobody on them, and nobody on them. Okay, we're gonna wipe the floor. Basically, what we're gonna do is we're gonna move to about right here. We'll deploy our second groups to go take out the balls. We'll have our first groups move by to kill the second lanes. Then we'll have the mobile armor come in and kill the third lane. Or possibly the ship, I don't know, I haven't decided yet. And then once we do that, we'll have either the first groups go in to team up and take out the center lanes, or we'll have the second groups go in, whoever survives mainly. And that, or whoever has more movement, everyone's gonna survive. Then we should wipe them out, but we're gonna keep one of these GMs alive just so the battle doesn't end because we killed everyone kind of thing.